Good morning, good afternoon, or even good evening to all of you, depending on your time zone, and welcome to the first episode of the SAP Tech Talks podcast, the podcast that explores the latest innovations, trends, and best practices in the world of SAP. So tune in, grab a cup of coffee, and get ready to embark on this exciting journey. Today, we're thrilled to have Jurijs Tolokoncevs, Engineering Manager at EPAM Systems and the Guru of AI Technologies, as our special guest. Hi Jurijs, it's a pleasure to have you here. Could you please introduce yourself to our audience and share a few words about your career path and professional focus?
Hey guys, thanks for having me. I'm thrilled to be here and thrilled to be in this first episode. So my name is Jurijs and I live in Riga, and I've been with EPAM for not so long, for about a year. My career started a long time ago in 2006 as an ABAP developer, but since then I have done a lot of stuff and also quite interested in AI, and I guess that's why you invited me. So I'm glad to be here.
And we are excited to have you here. Perfect. Okay, let's start with your AI career. Could you please tell us how you get acquainted with AI and neural networks?
It started a long time ago. I think it started in university. So I knew nothing about it, but in about 2001 or 2002, when I was in university, we had this neural network course. For some reason, it was so interesting to me. I think this was first time ever when I was spending my own time on researching something and learning without being asked. We were building some very basic neural networks and looking at mathematics behind them, and it was so interesting. I just fell in love and continued researching, and I was doing some assignments, and we were assigned a task, and I remember I've done multiple versions of it, even without being asked. It was very interesting, and it opened eyes to me to this whole world of possibilities. So, it was university.
You've become passionate about it even before it became mainstream.
Oh, long before. Like I said, 2001, 2002, the industry then was very new. So it was all about machine learning, neural networks. Not much was known about deep neural networks or deep learning. But still, it was very interesting even then.
And right now we hear about AI and neural technologies like at each and every corner. And probably not all people know really what AI is. So could you please describe to our audience what AI is in simple words?
Okay, I understand. So it can be overwhelming for someone who just got into this theme. So let's not confuse Gen AI and large language models that are very popular right now and AI as such. If I had to explain it to someone, I would try to distinguish three very distinct things. First, AI as such. AI as a technology. So AI as a technology is teaching computers or machines to make decisions similar how humans do. So you teach machine or algorithm to do something that historically only humans were capable of doing. But it doesn't mean language. Like there are many other things. There are some applications that you use every day and you didn't know about it. Like autopilot on a plane could theoretically be classified as a kind of AI because it does mimic human interaction and it mimics some human decisions. But then we go into machine learning, which is a little deeper. It is another flavor of AI, I would say. Because before you were just teaching machines to do certain tasks, but here you are teaching them by giving them examples and data. So instead of just writing algorithms, you're providing machines with data, and machines and algorithms learn from data, and you're achieving this better results by providing a lot of data. And then machine learning, it slowly goes into large language models, which we have right now and that are available right now everywhere, and everyone talks about them. And this is like another step. This is a very narrow application of machine learning where you are using huge neural networks, a lot of computing power to teach machines on vast amounts of text to interact as humans, to provide answers as humans, to structure sentences as humans. But even then, you should not confuse, like even those large language models deep under the hood. This is just mathematics.
Yeah, this is how magic happens.
Exactly.
And also, people right now, they are scared about AI technologies. They say that they are developing so fast that in the future they cannot replace people. And what do you think about this? What excites you most about AI technologies, and what do you find scary about this?
Oh, it's an interesting question. I think one actually excites me a lot, because I myself, I have quite a scientific brain, and I like scientific discovery, I like investigation, I like research. Until now, in mainstream science, a lot of things have already been discovered. A scientist can achieve very little by just sitting at home with pen and paper. Like many years ago, Newton discovered calculus by just sitting at home and writing something on a piece of paper and doing some research without leaving his room. Right now, in order to make any significant scientific discovery, you need expensive machines, you need Large Hadron Colliders, you need space telescopes. It is very hard to make any significant discovery. But with AI, it seems like a dawn of another branch of science where it is so fresh and so young that it is still possible to make discoveries even without having all of vast, like billions of dollars, etc., etc. Of course, you can use machinery and clusters of large companies, but you as a developer or as a researcher, you can come up with a brilliant algorithm, for example, that will be used everywhere. You can come up with some brilliant development architecture that would be used by everyone, and you can actually contribute as a person, as an individual. And this is very exciting. And in terms of what I'm scared of, let me think. Like I'm scared of fear-mongering. I'm scared of fear-mongering in a way that with any new technology, there are people who are like people are very polarized here. They are either very positive about it, like, yes, AI is the future. AI will change everything. It will change the world. We will be in a totally new world in 10 years. Or it is very pessimistic, like AI will destroy us. Likely, it's nowhere as extreme. It's somewhere in the middle. It's somewhere in the middle. This is a new technology. We haven't learned how to use it yet. We will likely have to spend some time. We will improve our technology. We will improve our algorithms. We will improve our control. And eventually it will develop. I always like to think about steam engine and internal combustion engine. Like right now, cars that run on petrol, for example, everything in their engine is so optimized. Like we are talking about like half percent improvement in performance, and there are like even this is very hard to achieve. But it all started as a steam engine. And AI, right now, we are a steam engine. No one knows how it will develop. There is another thing which actually scares me the most, maybe. It is AI can be used in scams, and AI can be used, especially like voice AI and AI simulating actual people talking. It can be used in phone scams. And right now, I think this is one of biggest concerns that I have, but I'm pretty sure that this is doable. We can solve it somehow. We just need to spend some time and effort.
We need to find out how it really works. And probably AI is just a tool to make great discoveries rather than the actor itself, like the main actor.
Absolutely. Think about when electricity was discovered. It was a very similar process. Some people were afraid of it. Some people were optimistic, but I'm pretty sure no one knew exactly how it will develop.
Exactly. And right now, it's a part of our routine. It's our normal, regular thing.
It is, but I don't think we will use AI and large language models in future in the same way we are using them now. I think it will develop into something else, and it will develop in some niche application, and it will be used, it will be widely used, but right now we have no idea what it will become. And I'm sorry, I'm always driving some parallels because I'm always seeing those parallels everywhere. In early years, there was this famous .com bubble when internet just became popular. And there were, again, a lot of hype, a lot of companies, a lot of overvaluated companies that were claiming to be worth billions. And the bubble, that's why it was called the bubble grew and grew and grew, and eventually it popped. And there was a lot of misunderstanding, but it doesn't mean that internet was useless. Look at us right now. We are talking from different parts of the world. We're talking over internet. So it is useful, and it is essential part of modern economy and modern world. It just grew out to be totally different than people thought of. And I think AI could probably follow the same pattern.
And regarding actually the ways of applying, of using AI, what do you think about using AI in the healthcare? What do you think about so-called AI doctors or nurses? Do you think it's really valuable and worth it?
But why would you not use AI doctor? Like, why would you fear to use AI doctor? What do you think?
I've never thought about it, but I would say that just a matter of habit, because I'm used to seeing real doctors and I'm used to trusting them. And I think that real doctors, they have all the possibilities to assess your real physical conditions. They may do it more precisely compared to AI technologies.
Well, of course, like maybe the fear is that you cannot trust AI doctor 100%, but you cannot really trust a real doctor 100% either. They make mistakes as well. What currently AI lacks that real doctor doesn't is real doctor can actually look at you, touch you, feel you, look into your eye, and actually do a physical examination. And that's where, like, currently there is no such a technology. But then again, you can have a full MRI scan, which is absolutely 100% full scan of your body that you can load into AI, and it has all information it needs about you. Think about it like this. We already are using AI in medicine. There are startups and also established companies that are, for example, training image recognition AI to read X-rays. You take an X-ray of your chest, you give it to AI, and it was trained on hundreds of thousands of different X-rays, and it actually performs better than human sometimes. There are very good studies and good examples when AI is able to read X-ray better than a trained professional in vacuum. Of course, trained professional can then look at your, like, talk to you, but in some very narrow applications, AI is already better than humans. And even in diagnostics, I think I've read that if you give just an information about the patient and their history of illness, AI is able to predict correct diagnosis in like 60% of cases, while doctors are able to predict correct diagnosis in 30% of cases. And just asterisk, without any other knowledge. So if you just give them history of illness and no other information. So in some very narrow cases, AI is even better than humans. So I think in future, I would rather my diagnosis to be done by a well-trained network and then confirmed by a person than fully depending on a person. Person with a good tool is always better than just a person.
So it sounds like a perfect partnership And we've already spoken a bit about the future of AI, and you've mentioned that it is only the beginning. What do you think where AI will be applied also, not only in medicine, in what spheres we can use it and make the process even more efficient?
Well, I think I'm going to disappoint you by telling that nobody knows. And I don't either. I can maybe speculate. Yes, medicine is one application because reading certain information and making informed decision based on images, like your CAT scan, your X-rays, it is a very good application of AI. But then it's only speculation. I'm not quite sure, honestly. I don't think anyone can answer this question right now. What I can say is that it will highly depend on what moment of this exponential growth curve we are right now. Because what is a big question is, are we actually at the beginning of AI boom, or are we at the end of it? Have we reached some theoretical limit of how big language models can be, how advanced they can be, and have we reached the limit that adding more compute and adding more cluster will not improve the quality of a language model, for example? Because if we have, then we will have to see what we can do with existing tools. If not, then maybe it's not really worth investing into seeing how we can use existing models, because next year another model will come which is 10%, which will be 10 times more powerful, and anything you do right now will become obsolete.
And I would like to ask you to describe AI in 3 words, the most important words that can immediately summarize what AI is.
AI. I think I would say it is learning from data. That's what I would say.
I think that might be a perfect wrap-up for our today's episode. Yuri, thank you once again for taking the time to share your experiences and insights on artificial intelligence during our podcast. And to you listeners, I hope you found our today's pilot podcast episode insightful and thought-provoking. Thank you for joining us. If you have any feedback or requests for future topics, we would love to hear from you. Until next time, and keep seeking knowledge and embracing the possibilities that AI brings.